Aloha, and welcome to Betty's Real Estate Corner, brought to you by Coldwell Banker, Sakamoto Properties. Today we have a really fun day going. We've got 3 young women that are all here from Brown University that came in to do, let's call it a pandemic semester. They arrived on Maui, had to do a 2-week quarantine. Fortunately, one of the parents owns a wonderful home that they've been staying at. But I think we're going to try to do a little bit of real estate either at the beginning or the end, or I might sneak it in there somewhere. Let's say, here's a bit. Coldwell Banker in September opened 101 escrows in West Maui, which is pretty fabulous. Actually, we may have had a little help across the island, but I'm going for 101. Anyway, so for the girls, I'm not sure how we're going to start this, but Elisa, who's right next to me, and I probably again pronounced her name wrong.
No, you got it
right. I did good.
Yeah.
It's the first time, I think. But I thought, here's all the different ideas that I've got, and I'm going to toss them out. We could almost take some calls, I guess, but I don't think that we can get through taking calls. But here's some of the ideas that I have. The girls are going to be voting in their first presidential election, and we aren't going to talk politics at all. We aren't going to even give you a hint who any one of us is for. Probably we could have an argument going, which we're not going to do, and I'm not sure about that. But I think if we go one-on-one and talk a little bit about some politics, if we do a little on the quarantine that they did, and maybe quarantine first.
Yeah.
So let's start with Alyssa and see how you felt about it.
Yeah, I mean, quarantining for 14 days, it sounds like a lot, but I think being with 3 other girls that are in it together, and for anything for like the public health of others, we're all for it. It actually wasn't bad at all. We were able to spend a lot of time outside in our backyard and cook and get to know each other better. So I think it was really nice. And then classes started after a week that we came and arrived. So we started to get busy with that.
So I think it was really a kind of a fun thing. They really worked hard on it with us and with other people prior to getting here. They were totally, and it did turn out they were prepared. I was probably more concerned than they were, but they had a lot of food they planned to get delivered. We dropped off a few things. They had some restaurants, I think, that delivered, but mostly you were cooking at home, and nobody seemed unhappy. On the final day or the day after, we all went out for dinner. And that was really a pretty great moment.
That was amazing.
Now, how did you guys do with it?
It was really, I thought it was completely fine. I mean, we have been with our, in the same place since March, once we got kicked off of campus. So any change of scenery was really, really nice. So yeah, I had a great time. I didn't find it difficult at all. I think we had good company, so it was really nice.
Yeah. Even from the backyard, I mean, just the beauty of Maui was just still mind-blowing to me. So getting to see that every day was amazing, and I was just really thankful for the community support that we have here, and people who are willing to help us out, and the people who are willing to help us either get food or whatever resources we need so that we could stay safe.
It seemed like it went really good. And I had said to them today, now, if you guys did anything that you shouldn't have done, do not say it on the radio. But they looked at me and said, no, we never would have done that. And I'm so comfortable with it because they respect this community and the variety of communities that you all live in. They're all in school at Brown, which is located on the East Coast. But where are each of you from?
I'm actually from Colombia, but I've lived in Texas for a while, so that's where I was before coming to Maui.
Okay. And
I'm from Manchester, New Hampshire. I've lived there pretty much since I was 2, so yeah.
And Elisa, you are kind of a Maui girl halfway, but...
Yeah. I mean, when my family lived in Japan, we used to come here for months at a time, and my brothers and I went to, daycare here as babies. And then we kept on coming here even after we moved to the U.S. So grew up half here, partly in Japan, partly in New Hampshire, partly in Connecticut.
partly New York-ish.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
all over Rhode Island now.
You grew up on a plane.
They grew up on a plane.
Basically.
A couple of other things I think will be interesting for each of them. Somebody's still 19, okay, and everybody else is 20.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody else. I mean, I guess there's only two, but this will be first presidential election, and I thought it would be one of the things I'm worried about in the election is I think everybody needs to vote. I think it's going to be one of the most important elections of my lifetime, and it could turn out to be one of the most important elections of your young lifetimes. But I think it'd be fun to hear from each of you, maybe starting with Elisa, and give us an idea how important it is to you to be voting in this election.
Yeah, I mean, so I think the first election that I was really cognizant of what was happening was the 2016 one. And so I was in high school in New Hampshire, which is a swing state. So I was really working hard, like canvassing, trying to get everyone out there to vote, and spending waking up at 5 a.m, knocking on or putting things on doors, being like, please go out and vote.
And excuse me, you were 16 then.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I give that a round of applause. Good for you. Wow.
Yeah. Well, I knew that I couldn't vote, but I had to do something to help people who are eligible to vote to go vote. I also helped out in Connecticut in the 2018 elections, and now I'm also working at Brown and volunteering to get all the students out to vote. And so I think it's so important that we do. I mean, when you were born, women weren't allowed to vote. Or was that true?
Well, actually, no.
No?
I'm not
Okay.
quite that old.
Okay.
But I'll tell you, I think it's 100 years right now from the time women first got the vote, I believe. Somebody else here might know. No, we don't know, but I'm sure that's it. 100. It's 100 years.
Yeah, there are people who are living currently who experience not being able to vote,
Yes.
and now we are able to, and we're all women here,
Mm-hmm.
and women worked so hard for us to be able to vote, and so I think we should really respect how much effort and power went into that and exercise our right to vote.
Yeah, I really see it as a privilege to be able to vote. It's kind of crazy that this is our first election because it feels so dramatic and it's not the normalcy of it. But I think it's important to represent those who don't have a vote or can't vote, and to vote with their interests to support one another. So I think being able to vote is a huge privilege, and I think everyone who can should totally use it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it is hard because I think for everybody at every age, it takes a lot of thinking and reading and figuring out who the candidates are and what works for you. I mean, and it is a very personal moment who you vote for. I don't think it's necessary, and I think sometimes it's good to keep your vote to yourself. I mean, I think with a college, I would bet there's a lot of sharing, which I think is also good, or the people we're all close to. But I think right now, just encouraging people to vote at all ages. I mean, now you figure 20 years old. That's pretty amazing that you're right now. And listening to Elisa talk, she obviously has it down in her head how important it is. I'm really impressed with that. Now, I mean, your
you.
parents are those people also,
Yeah.
which I'm thrilled to have this going on because, again, here to all of the young people on Maui that maybe are wondering, does it even matter what I do? It does matter. It matters today, it matters tomorrow, and it matters 4 years from now. But for right now, it's just this election. Do your best, think what's important, and vote with your heart and brain and family knowledge and community knowledge and everything, reading and everything you can think of.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people say that my vote won't matter, but it really does. We are so privileged to be able to vote for people and having that opportunity to do that. And yeah, it's 100 years that it's
For women.
this year. Yeah, for women, the 100th year that we're able to vote. And we're not just voting for the president, we're also voting for Congress and Senate, and those are also very important people and
County
passing
council
laws.
here.
Yeah. And so it's not just our president that we're voting for more local communities as well. So your vote does matter.
It really does matter. And now, as we get to that, talking to some of the kids here, the young people, the same thing. I mean, really vote. And the younger you are, the harder it is, I think, because sometimes it's hard to believe that your vote is ever going to matter. And then in Hawaii, everybody feels like, and it's been talked this way for years, it doesn't matter what we do because we're so late. So by the time, everything's been counted, and typically by the time you're out of the West Coast, you know who won. And no matter what happens in Hawaii, it doesn't matter. But I think it does. In 1 year, and this could be that 1 year, it will matter. It will really matter, and it could theoretically, and everybody laughs at me for saying this, but let's say this year it came down to the very few electoral college votes that we have, or the popular vote, and it's that close. Now again, I see somebody that gave a little bit of a sneer, not the girls, but I think it really could come down to that. And I want to believe it. I want to believe that 1 year in my lifetime, it'll come down to that. And even if it never does, I'm happy that I'm able to vote. And we have our vote already. We haven't put it in where we're ever going to, we may deliver it, or put it in the mailbox because I am comfortable with that. But I think it's just an exciting moment. So it's.
Yeah, I mean, one of the prerequisites of getting a room in the house was register to vote. If you weren't registered to vote, you can't sleep in the house.
That's good. Okay.
That was the first rule that we
Yeah.
all made up.
The first rule for coming on the
For coming to Hawaii.
Oh, good for
Yeah.
you. So that's really a great moment.
Yeah, I'm actually flying back to Texas early so I can vote.
Good.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
So everybody's got it going. So now we all knew that we couldn't talk actual politics, and all of you have different, you're all working, it's really been kind of a semester
Right.
in Hawaii.
Yeah.
You'll have done pretty much your full semester, which is really kind of an exciting thing, and it's working for all of you. You've got it all going. They've actually
most
also.
part.
We're trying really hard. Yeah, it's been difficult to adjust to online learning.
Yes.
And having everything over the computer, we definitely get like Zoom fatigue, which is like we just get really tired of staring at our screens for the entire day. But it's nice to have that when we go outside, we just have this beautiful view, or we get to go to the ocean, to the beach,
And
enjoy
surfing.
it. And
You're all surfing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've all been surfing, which is really, really neat.
It's been so fun just being out in the water and kind of forgetting about school for like an hour or two and be really connected to nature instead of my computer. And I really appreciate that in Maui we can go outside and spend time outside instead of it like becoming colder and us not wanting to go outside. We have that opportunity to, and we're so grateful and lucky for that opportunity.
Yeah.
What one of you said a minute ago, which I think is serious for everyone, is what you called Zoom fatigue. I call it Corona something, I don't know. And I think we're all handling this in different ways. So I mean, when you say Zoom fatigue, I don't know what it is for me. And I sometimes feel it's just, okay, I'm getting older. And I am, however. It's like some days I am so exhausted beyond whatever I've done. And I don't know, we're between a home office and our new Kapalua office, which is really exciting for all of us. So anybody out there looking for real estate at Kapalua, West Maui, or anywhere in Hawaii, come by and see us. We're at 700 Office Road, and talk to us about real estate. We're still in the middle of a major remodel, which I'm hoping will get done in the not too distant future. But the thing, this fatigue thing, or I find sometimes I wake up in the morning and I barely know what day it is.
Yeah.
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 Now, I've never been like that before, but it's something that kind of has happened through the whole virus moment. And it'll suddenly I'll be thinking, oh God, what is today? Do I have the radio show today?
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's Thursday. But is it when, and I finally often have to go look at my phone to see what day it is.
Yeah.
And it's embarrassing because I'm the older person, so it makes me feel less that I'm not remembering. But when I talk to younger people like yourselves, I think the same thing is happening. Everybody has some sort of a Zoom virus,
Yeah.
a coronavirus. And also, I want to give you all great respect for the way you handled yourself. And we pretty well knew what you were doing most of the time.
Yeah.
But I think they handled themselves impeccably and respected the community and anyone that delivered to them. We dropped stuff off for them and we all kept in our masks. They stayed inside the door. We left what we had there. We maybe gave a couple of air hugs, but stayed away. So, I mean, I think that really was.
Yeah, we were dancing and waving to you guys from the
Yeah.
inside, hoping that you guys would see how grateful we were.
It was really perfect. So now, let's see, I can still go back a little bit and try to give you some real estate data that mostly what's been going on, and some of this is related to the coronavirus. We've ended up with this huge surge of buyers on West Maui, you know, the very top of the market, and in some cases, the very bottom of the market. I feel a little bit like the middle of the market is just hanging in there somewhat, but everything is happening. You know, the loans right now, the interest rates for mortgages are really low. You've got people that really are working the mortgages harder than ever because they know this is going to be a great time for anybody to be able to purchase a property. So call us. Call 808-870-7060, which is Roy Sakamoto. Myself, 808-870-7062. Check in with us. Was talking a little bit earlier to Elizabeth Quayle, and she's had a lot of activity kind of mid-market, which is kind of interesting. And I know she's also been active at Kapalua, Pineapple Hill. So she's another one, and I think a lot of you know who Elizabeth is, which is 808-276-6061. And then our website, sakamotoproperties.com, is the main website that we're still using, but you can get in there and get into anything you want to see for Maui real estate. And it'll get you around there pretty easily, I think. Check it out and see where it's all going. But let's go back to the girls because I think they have had fun. What's been your favorite restaurant now?
Ooh.
Oh, that's hard.
I personally love Mocha Roots,
Yeah.
especially because of their zero waste. They put everything, if like to go, either in a tin container and you, there's a $10 deposit, you bring it back, they give you back the $10, or they put it, I think it's like in a banana leaf and they wrap it. And so it's absolutely zero waste, it's plant-based, everyone's really nice there, it's such a beautiful atmosphere. We love taking out food from there, and then on Fridays going to the beach and watching the sunset.
Another great spot, the Poor House, which is at
Yes.
Kapalua. It's right next to our office. Italian food. We're all loving it there. We've been they've stuck it. They've been open almost all the time, which has been really difficult for a lot of people. They did some renovation, which they're coming to the end of. They're serving mostly outside, either in front of their store or their restaurant or in front of where our office is. But again, they've done a great thing with takeout food. They've got really great Italian food, super salads, sandwiches. And another restaurant, Frida's in Lahaina, has just opened up. And their time is limited. I think they're open from maybe 2 to 8, you know, so it's a late lunch. But a late lunch there is going to get you through to sleep.
Yes.
But Frida's, we should go there next, maybe.
Yeah, I would love to. No need to worry about what am I eating for dinner today.
No, we all need that one. And Merriman's, you guys have had a great time at Merriman's, we were
Yeah.
saying before.
They have great truffle fries.
Yes.
That's what we always go for.
Truffle.
Yeah, a great view of the sunset too, right on
Perfect.
Kapalua Bay.
Oh, it's so great there. It's such a spectacular place. Roy's in Kanapali, another favorite for us, and they're serving lunch and dinner. I think they may serve something real early. No, probably 11 they open. But they're right there on the golf course, and we've gone there for a lot of lunches. So that's another really great one. And all these people that are running the restaurants and doing things, we should have a list of them for you. But so many people have worked so hard so that people have had places to go. And today is Open Up Day, which is going to be another huge day. Today
Right.
is
Wow.
I
yep.
forgot that was today.
The visitors should be back today. I would think it's going to be a pretty low arrival rate, and they're
Right.
doing a variety of testing, which I couldn't even tell you exactly what they're doing right now. A lot of us had felt that we were, the last week and a half, we were trying to eat out constantly with the idea in mind that we're going to quarantine now for 2 weeks, so that we'll do our best to kind of stay out of the way and stay healthy for ourselves and just see if there is a huge increase. We're a little bit, my husband and I, in that age group that they're saying you really want to be careful. So I think to everybody, let's all be careful. Let's take care of ourselves and be sure that we don't have any problems or that we don't end up with a virus or any other illness, because we're all pretty squeaky clean right now. And everybody arriving has been on airplanes, et cetera. So
Right.
I'm hoping that we'll be able to miss the increase that a lot of people have had.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, now the tables have turned and we'll be bringing you guys some food.
Yes.
You guys are doing a quarantine.
Yeah, I hope none of us. Well, this will be our quarantine. Oh,
Right.
and these girls also made cheesecake, spectacular cheesecake. They actually made homemade cheesecake for us.
Yeah.
So we
a
aren't
whole
doing
weekend.
too much homemade these days. We feel we want to support all the restaurants that have been here and seen to it that when it was hard to get out shopping and do things, we were still able to pick out takeout food. Joey's at the Napili Shopping Center. Joey's has been pretty much open every day since everything happened, and he's still open. He's making his own desserts now. The coffee store right there, so someone can grab things easily in the morning. You know, get lunch from Joey's, dinner, pick up things at the Napili Market. It's
Yeah.
pretty spectacular.
Yeah, one of our friends yesterday got takeout from Joey's and had some chow fun, and he loved it. So
Everything is. We should do
Yeah.
that one night before you go too.
yeah, that would be amazing.
Well, it looks like we have about 2 minutes left, and then we're going to have Danny Couch come back on singing I Love Hawaii. We kind of drifted away, obviously, from real estate, but I think it all matters. All of these things, in order to stay in business and stay happy, and visitors. I mean, these are 3 of our most spectacular visitors right now who came here, you know, by choice to do a semester, and her mom is really good friends of ours, and dad, and brothers. The brothers have been here a lot too. So we're really happy that your friends came. One friend, I think, is studying today.
Yes,
Yeah.
she has a presentation actually on COVID-19.
Should we give a shout out to her?
Yeah.
What's-
Shosh, you're gonna do great on your presentation. We believe in you.
We love you and we miss you.
Oh, also today is National Hand Washing Day, and she mentioned that in her presentation. So make sure everyone washes your hands and
Yes.
with soap, 20 seconds.
Saying happy birthday twice.
That's right.
Yeah.
I
Say
think
your
that is funny.
ABCs.
Happy birthday twice is a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all doing it. You know, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Anyway, it's pretty fun. Danny Couch is much better. Call us at Coldwell Banker, Kapalua. Come see us, 700 Office Road. You know, we'll have a cup of coffee for you or just hang out a bit. But come on by and learn what's going on. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, we have someone that'll be able to help you, or a listing of Kapalua properties or anything in your real estate needs. We will be there to help you out. And again, best numbers 808-870-7062 or 808-870-7060. Our old office number is also good, but Danny Couch right now is more important because I love Hawaii. And this
Us
guy
too.
is the best, isn't he, Danny Couch?
Yeah, amazing.
We're going to make you all take home Danny Couch.
Okay.
Well, not Danny, but
yeah,
anyway.
music.
Aloha, and thank you so much. Look for this online. It'll be on our website, sakamotoproperties.com. Aloha.